Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. There is but only one of the 7 sages remaining, and that is in the dungeon that received the least votes. Before we do that, though, on the bottom floor in this room, you may have recalled there was a key up there. There was actually a skip that you could do here, and now, whether or not I can do this is... I don't know how to do this exactly, and I've had 0 practice doing it, so this is going to be my first attempt. But you can actually, with a dash cancel, make it across this onto the far platform. Dang. Nah. I don't know enough about it. But regardless, you can do a dash cancel and just dash right over, land on that platform, and that right there will skip you a lot of the dungeon. So that's an interesting skip. And then another one is in this room. Now, whether or not I can actually do this one is a different matter entirely. Because apparently... you can just skip the fight entirely just by dashing across. And you don't have to worry about killing them and getting this to show up or none of that. And those are the 2 main glitches that you can find in this temple, at least for speedrunning purposes. But nay, now we are on our way to the Dark Palace. The Dark Palace is an interesting place, and by the way, if you want those, you can just do this. The Dark Palace is an interesting dungeon. It's quite dark, normally, and your first hint is, hey, I should use the lantern and light crap up so I can see. Oh, I can also put a bomb there. Can I mallet a wall? No. That would have been hilarious, though. Okay, so we gotta go over here, we gotta hit that switch, we gotta turn it on so it moves. Look at all that moving it's doing. This is where you're supposed to use a bomb. And now you can look up there and see there are wooden planks blocking that window and preventing light from coming in. Can I, by chance... you can fire them! So yeah, lighting things good. Oh, that's bright and shiny. And you see those little marks on the wall. I also can't see what I'm doing, so I'm going to take out my lamp. And that's sort of the trick to the dungeon. You see, when you light the room up, you can no longer see some platforms. I hate these guys so much. Is there a good way to deal with these guys? Well, yeah, there is, actually. Okay, skull, nothing fancy. You see these arrows telling me to go that way. Even those disappear when you get close enough to them if you have the lantern out. And the floor disappears if you get close enough to it as well. Now this is kind of interesting because you see these 2 platforms here. I really need to remember not to get rid of my lantern. That is one of the chief things we're doing in this dungeon, is getting these light pillars to go as many places as possible. And of course, much the same as the original dungeon in Link to the Past, you've got these rather large balls rolling out at you. Pit down to a lower floor, something we'll be revisiting. Not much we can do elsewise. Hit both of those in a close enough period to each other, and you should open this up, chest up. And if you check the map, there are two parts in this dungeon that I find especially confusing. One of which is, you may notice on the map, there's a room below this room. But there is no door. And if you jump down here, you go, no, there's no hidden passage, and no hidden passage there. Only if you manage to swing would you hear the dink that there is something there. Now, I find that even more confusing. I think it would help much if I could 2D onto some wall that would let me see what is going on there. But you can't. But, and this is kind of your hint, and it's a hint that I never picked up on because I just bought all the items up front, so I always ran around feeling like I just had all of them. All of the dungeons are designed around the use of a specific item. This dungeon is the bombs. And so here, your intention, that wasn't even close, is to bomb it. Still not even close. Dang it. Okay, so it's a little bit after, it's like halfway the way up. There we go. And all it is a fairy thing. There's no actual anything in there. There's no chests or anything in there. But hey, if you need some fairies, that door should be open now. So that's cool. Ah! Ghost! Okay, so let's see here. You did see, with the light off, arrows going down. What that indicates is that you'll be falling down to that from the floor above. Let's see, we also can't get up there yet. So for the time being, let's go in here. There's a crack in that wall. This room, much like the one on the other side, also shows a secret room. Only this one actually has 2 chests in it. And no real way down. That's okay, though. That just means we're gonna be coming in from the bottom. Which is actually surprisingly easy. Oh, not while this is here, I guess. These guys return from Link to the Past. Only they're actually even easier to deal with. The green guys are as easy as always. They all of them move the opposite direction that Link moves. The green ones don't do anything. You just hit him against a wall, then walk up and hack him to death. That guy you can't. Because he shoots at you if he sees you. Thankfully, we have arrows that can shoot at an angle. Or the spin attack would work. Come on down, 'cause I want in. Gotta get that sweet, sweet monster tail. There's also a pit over here. And we've done everything else on this floor, so... I don't know, you know what? Let's go to the top floor first. Oh, we don't have a small key, we have to go down. Well, in that case, I'm going to go down the proper direction first. Other than a few pits, this is the primary way down to the lower floors. And you'll notice there are actually two different kinds of ghosts. There's a ghost that appears only in the light, and a ghost that appears only in the dark. Yeah, I thought there was a thing there. Come here, ghost boy. Fine. Didn't want to talk to you anyway. Okay, we got a door off the left and a door off the right. Well, let's go right first. That's beautiful. There we go. Okay, I'm actually going to be getting rid of my torch entirely for this room. Farewell. Go down a pit or something. Okay, what else we got? Farewell. There, of course, we're introduced to the main puzzle of the dungeon, which is that these pillars are in the way, and they will only go away when all 4 of these are lit. But we've got to get to half of them. Well, we have one small key, so do we want to go left or do we want to go right? I don't know, let's go left. In some of these rooms, it's almost more of a trick, I guess you could say, to tell what's going on in the dark than in the light. Because if you light it up a little bit, you can clearly see that, hey, there is a switch at the end of all of these. We got to plant a bomb, and we're going to throw it up there, and it'll slide down and hit the switch. Now, speedrunning trick, you're supposed to just get on that platform and toss the bomb up and over and go down. But if you walk up to these walls, sword swing, it should put you the perfect distance to just throw the bomb straight over the wall. Biggie! Because you see, that wall has some height to it. Well, we got a big key now, but not much else to do. Wait, we can't go that way. Now, this is the other room. Had we gone the... Man. There we go. Had we gone to the left as opposed to the right, we would have seen this room, which at first appears to be a very big empty room, only we can't go places. What up with that? That's what up with that. Another room, I'm putting that away. I'm going to tell you, I actually got stuck in this room for a while because I didn't realize that there were little slits that you could do this with. The fire bar returns, if you could call it that. I don't know what it's called. But it returns from Link to the Past. Okay, so he should be up here somewhere. I killed someone. Or did something. It was something worth celebrating because a chest spawned. Small key is always super cool. We've done about all we can do down here, though. So we're going to want to loop back around. Actually, we could go up, but first I want to go down. Because you'll recall there was the hole over here that we could hop down and get us something sweet. A monster horn. Oh yeah, well worth the effort. Okay, so with that done, not much else we can do here on the bottom floor. So let's head up to the top floor. Now the top floor, if I hadn't just turned those out, does that. So you're supposed to put a bomb here. You can also hookshot if you want to save like a little bit of time and just go like... God dang it. Okay, if you do it right, it'll catch you. Whatever, I'm using bombs. Shut up.